Human beings are constantly in a state of dissatisfaction. Whether consciously or unconsciously, there's always an underlying undercurrent of dissatisfaction, unhappiness, insecurity, unfulfillment. Where does this come from? And why is it impossible, or seemingly impossible, to get rid of? No matter what you do, no matter what you acquire, no matter how rich you become, what possessions you have, that sense of dissatisfaction seems impossible to get rid of. There's a poem by William Cowper called The Pineapple and the Bee. And in it, William Cowper describes a bee that is trying to get into a case, a glass case that holds pineapples. The fragrant smell is coming through the glass, but the bee is not able to get to the sweet pineapple. And after wasting half a day trying to get into the pineapples, the bee decides to try its luck elsewhere. And it seems that this is how human beings conduct their search for fulfillment and satisfaction, happiness. We see something that is attractive or interesting that grabs hold of us. We become obsessed with something or someone. And we keep trying various methods, different ways to try and get that satisfaction, that fulfillment through the pursuit of that object, through that thing that we think will bring us satisfaction, that will bring us fulfillment. And after wasting half our lives, we finally realize that there's no satisfaction there, or that we're not able to get it, or that we'd have to do so many immoral or unseemly things in order to get what we want, or what we think we want. And this is what the poet William Cowper says: "Methinks," I said, "in thee I find the sin and madness of mankind. To joys forbidden man aspires, fills his soul with vain desires. We aspire to achieve something that we're not able to get, that is, in a sense, forbidden to us by either our socioeconomic status or whatever it may be. that just doesn't allow us to have that thing. And so there are two options, two things that people do. Either they just hopelessly look and linger, or as William Cowper says, they break the glass and cut their finger. So you may have a desire for getting wealthy, or buying a certain house, or a brand new car, whatever it may be. And either you sit there and linger, you hope and you wish and you try and think of a way to get it. You linger on that thought, on that desire. Or you go ahead and break the glass, which means you do something that you shouldn't do. You steal, commit fraud, whatever it may be, to try and get that thing that you think will bring you happiness. With hopeless wish, one looks and lingers. One breaks the glass and cuts his fingers. So some people linger and just keep hoping that they'll get what they're desiring. They linger on that desire. They obsess on it. And some people break the glass. They commit some unspeakable act, illegal act, immoral act, something that they think is not right to do. But because of the strength of the desire, and because they believe innocently that if they get that thing, that they'll be happy, they break the glass and cut their finger. They get in trouble for whatever they did. Stealing, fraud, lying. So with hopeless wish, one looks and lingers. The other breaks the glass and cuts his finger. But there's a third way, and that, the poet says, is they who truth and wisdom lead can gather honey from a weed. A weed has nothing sweet in it, no honey. But if you seek wisdom, you'll find that you don't need the object, you don't need the wealth or the big house or the new car in order to be satisfied, in order to be happy. You might still work for it, you might still get it, but you won't be hopelessly wishing and lingering about it. And you certainly wouldn't break the glass and cut your finger. You would just put in your best efforts to achieve what you're looking for, what you want. But all the while, the entire time, you'd be satisfied. You wouldn't feel unfulfilled without that object, without getting that thing that you want. You work for it and do everything you can to get it, but the internal satisfaction is undisturbed. You're always satisfied with what you are and what you have today, and you work and you struggle and try to achieve what you want to have. They who truth and wisdom lead can gather honey from a weed. You don't need a beehive or pineapples, a jar of pineapples, to find sweetness. You can find sweetness in what you have today. With hopeless wish, one looks and lingers. One breaks the glass and cuts his fingers. But they who truth and wisdom lead can gather honey from a weed.